When you're over 60, your legs start to tire more quickly, feel heavier, and sometimes even swell. Familiar movements don't come as easily as they used to. Not long ago, I found it difficult just to walk from the couch to the kitchen. It felt like I was dragging 2 bags of rocks behind me. By evening, my knees ached as if they had aged an additional 10 years. I had a restless night because my legs kept throbbing. But now everything has changed. My legs feel lighter, and the pain has almost disappeared. And I didn't go to the doctors, I didn't start taking new medications, and I didn't look for any complicated solutions. I simply started giving myself a massage with regular oil that everyone probably has in their kitchen. After turning 60, it's not just about looking good, but also about moving comfortably without pain or the fear of stumbling. It's important to regain a sense of confidence and ease, something that once seemed unattainable. Today I'm going to tell you what this oil is, how to use it correctly, what results you can expect, and why it really works. I recommend watching the video until the end because I'll share 3 more natural combinations that can enhance the effects even further. Taking care of your feet is not just a luxury, it's a true necessity. If you do it regularly, without chemicals and with a positive attitude towards yourself, you can significantly improve your well-being. Don't expect an instant miracle. What I'm going to share is much more effective. This is a simple daily habit that takes just a few minutes, but it can really make a difference. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear a bit about you. Where are you watching from and how old are you? Our community grows stronger when we share our stories and experiences. So please share in the comments why you think our legs start to change, especially after the age of 60. Let's talk about an oil that can give your legs a new lease on life. After 60, we often notice that our legs start to communicate with us. Sometimes it's nighttime cramps. Other times is a feeling of heaviness, as if bags of sand were tied to your ankles. There are moments when your legs just don't respond the way they used to. Climbing stairs becomes more challenging, and during a regular walk, you often find yourself wanting to stop and catch your breath. Why is this happening? There isn't a straightforward answer. As we age, our bodies undergo a variety of changes. First of all, circulation isn't what it used to be. Blood vessels become less elastic, and blood flows more slowly, especially in the arms and legs. As a result, tissues receive less oxygen and nutrients, leading to feelings of weakness, fatigue, or tingling sensations. The second issue is water retention. Over time, the body has a harder time getting rid of excess fluid. As a result, your ankles may swell, your legs can feel heavier, and by the evening, your shoes might start to pinch. Swelling is not only uncomfortable, but also makes it difficult to move around normally. The third reason: when we stop exercising regularly, our muscles gradually weaken and lose volume. It becomes harder to maintain strength and resilience, and some of our muscle mass gets replaced by fat. Even simple activities like walking or balancing start to require much more effort than before. As we age, the cells in our bodies also change. Over time, they begin to work more slowly, recover less effectively, and become more susceptible to inflammation. As a result, the tissues in the legs become weaker, and the recovery process takes longer. For example, imagine Mary, who is 73 years old. She had always been very active, but recently she noticed that her legs weren't what they used to be. Sometimes her legs would swell for no apparent reason, and standing for long periods became difficult. Even worse were the nighttime cramps that would send her wandering around the house in search of relief. She tried massages, creams, and various supplements, but nothing seemed to help much. Everything changed when she tried one simple thing that she initially didn't even believe in. Before going to bed, she started gently massaging natural oil into her legs. It turned out to be inexpensive. There were no strange side effects, and it was something she could easily do at home. Within a week, the cramps stopped, her legs felt lighter, and although fatigue occasionally returned, her overall well-being noticeably improved. Most importantly, she finally managed to get a good night's sleep. There's nothing mystical about it. Sometimes the best remedy isn't pills, but simple daily habits that help you listen to your body better. This is rosemary oil. It's time to tell you about this oil. In just a few days, your legs will feel lighter, your skin will be firmer, and you'll experience a boost of energy. This is rosemary oil. Many people likely have rosemary in their kitchens, as it has been added to soups and stews for centuries. But this herb is valued not just for its flavor. Rosemary helps relieve muscle pain and improve circulation, energizing the body. Rosemary oil is extracted from its leaves and flowers, and it has a fresh, slightly woody aroma. When you apply it to your skin, you first feel a cool sensation, followed by a pleasant warmth that gradually penetrates deeper. This isn't just an old folk remedy. Rosemary oil has been used by ancient Greeks, Romans, and Arabs for good reason. In Mediterranean countries, people often rubbed rosemary oil into their tired legs after long days in the fields or extended walks. Shepherds understood well that this simple habit helps prevent cramps, stiffness, and leg pain. Recent scientific studies support this. European researchers have found that rosemary oil improves circulation in the legs and was particularly beneficial for older adults who often experience sensations of coldness, heaviness, and swelling. The oil contains rosmarinic acid, which has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. It helps relieve muscle tension and reduce swelling. In one study published in a natural therapy journal, elderly participants applied rosemary oil to their legs twice a day for a week. As a result, they reported a decrease in muscle pain and an improvement in mobility. But the benefits don't stop there. The scent of rosemary also stimulates the areas of the brain responsible for alertness and mental clarity. Rosemary not only helps to relax tired legs, but also promotes mental clarity. It's no coincidence that in ancient Greece, scholars would weave sprigs of this herb into their hair during their studies. Imagine this. You come home after a long day, grab a bottle of rosemary oil, shake it up, and drop a bit into your palms. You start to slowly massage your ankles and calves, working your way upwards. A soft, herbal aroma fills the room. Your skin warms pleasantly, and your fatigue gradually fades away. It's a personal calming moment when you take care of yourself. This is not just about applying oil to your skin. It's a way to connect with yourself. The main advantage of rosemary oil is that it's gentle and non-irritating, so you can use it every day if you like. Some people prefer to mix it with olive or almond oil, while others use it on its own. Just a couple of drops is enough. I'll explain later how to use it and what the best times are for application. But first, think about this. When was the last time you took a few minutes to truly care for your feet? Let's break down how to use rosemary oil step by step. Now that you understand why rosemary oil is effective, let's figure out how to use it properly. Just dropping a few drops and waiting for miracles isn't enough. The key here is to make using oil a part of your daily self-care ritual. The best time to apply it is right after a shower or hot bath when your skin is clean, your pores are open, and your muscles are relaxed. If that's not possible, just make sure your skin is clean and dry. Before using, warm the oil slightly in your hands or hold the bottle near something warm. This will make it more pleasant to apply and help it absorb better. For one application, 5 to 6 drops are enough. Pour them into your palm and start massaging. Rub your hands together to warm the oil slightly. Start at the ankles and move upwards in circular motions, applying gentle pressure but avoiding any discomfort. Gradually work your way up the calves, softly massaging the back of the knees, then transition to the front of the shins. Always try to move toward your heart. It's important to pay a little extra attention here, as tension often builds up in this area. Move slowly and smoothly, making long, flowing movements as if you're wrapping your arms around your leg. Breathe deeply, take your time, and focus completely on the process, as if it were a moving meditation. To achieve noticeable results, do this massage twice a day for at least a week. In the morning, this exercise helps energize your legs, while in the evening, it relieves fatigue after a long day. After a week, you'll notice how often you want to do it. Find a rhythm that works for you. Some people enjoy it so much that it becomes as routine as brushing their teeth. There's another way to help your legs relax. Lie down with pillows under them so that they're elevated above your heart. This improves circulation and gives a feeling of lightness. If your legs are especially tired, you can apply a warm, damp towel after an oil massage. The combination of heat and rosemary will help you relax even more. Take a deep breath, inhaling slowly through your nose while counting to 4. Then exhale gently through your mouth while softly massaging your legs. This will help you relax and find your calm. Try to eliminate anything that might distract you. Turn off the TV and put your phone away. Use this time for yourself and your relaxation. If you practice this simple routine every day for a week, you'll notice changes. The heaviness and stiffness in your legs will decrease, and you'll feel lighter and calmer. Just a few days in, you can start to see positive changes. Remember, the key is to take care of yourself. Day 1. The moment of awakening. You feel the fresh scent of grass and the warmth of your palms. You might not notice any significant changes in your body just yet, but you'll definitely feel a surge of good vibes because you're doing something important for yourself. By the second day, your legs will start to respond. The tension starts to ease, or suddenly it becomes easier to fall asleep because your legs can relax more easily. Your body begins to trust you because you are taking care of it. On the third day, small pleasant surprises begin to emerge. You notice that you no longer spend as much time at home, and your stride becomes lighter. If you used to suffer from nighttime cramps, they may now lessen or occur less frequently. By the 4th day, your skin starts to look better. It gains a subtle, healthy glow, becomes more elastic, and feels less dry. Improved circulation helps reduce small blemishes and dark spots. On the 5th day, you may experience an unexpected feeling of increased self-confidence. You feel a greater sense of stability when going up or down the stairs. Stepping outside, you suddenly notice that the familiar feeling of anxiety seems to have faded away. Day 6. Your movements become freer and more natural. Just go to the corner store not because you have to, but because you want to. Or, for example, Take a moment longer before sitting down. Don't rush like you used to. Yes, the oil does its job, but even more so, your new attitude towards all of this helps. Day 7. Your legs look and feel different, as if they've become lighter, less sore, almost like they're yours again. This isn't magic. It's real change. In just 7 days of focused support, you can achieve noticeable improvements. Now you understand that this isn't a luxury. It's a genuine necessity that can be maintained moving forward. Of course, every body has its own pace. If you have serious cardiovascular issues, difficulties with your lymphatic system, or very limited mobility, your progress may be slower. But it's still important to remember that progress is being made. If it ever seems like nothing is changing, don't forget. You're dealing with the effects of many years of habits and inactivity. To feel a surge of energy in your legs, it takes time and patience. I want to tell you about Teresa. She is 78 years old. She stopped going outside because she was afraid of falling. His legs ached and felt unresponsive, as if he had lost control over them. His granddaughter gave him a small bottle of rosemary oil and showed him how to use it. At first, Teresa was skeptical. She thought it was foolish. But by the 3rd day, she woke up and realized that the familiar heaviness had vanished. On the 5th day, she had enough energy to work in the garden for 20 minutes. By the 7th day, she called her daughter, excitedly saying, "Today I went for a walk, and I wasn't scared at all." For Teresa, it was more than just oil. It gave her a sense of life in her body and provided even a small, but very important, sense of control over herself. This kind of support is something everyone can receive. Now I want to share with you some simple and natural ways to enhance the effects of essential oils. Because real change comes when you take care of yourself, both inside and out. There are things that are often overlooked when it comes to self-care. For example, a foot massage with rosemary oil is not just a way to relieve fatigue or improve circulation. It's also a rare opportunity to pause, connect with yourself, and give yourself a little attention and warmth. Think back to the last time you truly took care of your feet, not just hurriedly applying lotion on the go, but doing it mindfully and with respect for yourself. We often spend a lot of time on our faces or hands, forgetting about the parts of our bodies that work just as hard: our feet, thighs, and knees. Moments of intentional touch can make a big difference. This isn't just about health. It's about reminding yourself, I am here, I matter to myself, I am alive. Even a simple touch to oneself can reduce stress levels, relax the body, and create a sense of calm. Have you ever noticed how a strong hug can be so comforting? We all need a sense of support, even if sometimes we have to provide it for ourselves. A short massage every day can really boost your mood and give your body a feeling of rejuvenation. Every circular motion, every gentle touch of oil is a way to express care and gratitude for your body, just as it is in this moment. It's not about beauty. It's about feeling connected to yourself. One day, I received a message from a woman in her 80s. I never thought my legs were worthy of attention. I even felt embarrassed to look at them. But when I started giving myself an oil massage in the evenings, something changed. It wasn't just my skin that improved. My attitude towards my legs changed too. This really struck a chord with me because many older people, especially women, begin to think that their bodies no longer deserve care or attention. But that's simply not true. You also deserve to take care of yourself. If you've already tried rosemary oil and are looking for something more, nature offers us plenty of other ways to support our bodies. Here are 3 great options, each beneficial in its own way. First, there's arnica oil. It's excellent for reducing inflammation, alleviating muscle pain, and treating bruises. This oil reduces swelling, improves circulation, and acts as a natural pain reliever. However, it's important to remember, do not apply it to open wounds or very sensitive skin. It's best to first test the oil on a small area to ensure you don't have an allergic reaction. Lavender essential oil is renowned for its relaxing aroma. It helps improve circulation and reduce nighttime cramps. It's especially beneficial for those who frequently experience anxiety or stress accompanied by uncomfortable sensations in the body. Before using it for massage, be sure to mix it with a carrier oil such as almond or coconut oil. Horse chestnut oil is often used for varicose veins, poor circulation, and heaviness in the legs. It helps strengthen blood vessels and reduces swelling. However, it should not be used by pregnant women or those with blood clotting issues, or those taking certain medications. Before using, be sure to consult with a doctor. You can combine these oils, but it's important to do so carefully. For example, try mixing 2 tablespoons of sweet almond oil, 5 drops of arnica oil, 3 drops of lavender oil, and 2 drops of horse chestnut oil. Rub this mixture in your palms and apply it just like you would use rosemary oil. In this combination, arnica helps reduce inflammation, lavender promotes relaxation, and horse chestnut enhances circulation. The key rule is not to overdo it. Use just enough to get the job done, and be sure to check how your skin reacts to the mixture.